So guys, this app, it's a desktop WPF app, has been built with Claude, and my, well, effort, I could call it that, completely different from what it used to be within about 10 hours, right? So, well, maybe 10, maybe 12 hours it took me to make this app. So it's got lists that I can actually like create and import from CSV, okay? Can add them manually, can delete them, like different lists of my subscribers, okay, whatever. It's got a mail functionality that I can send emails to these lists using Mailgun API. It's got settings for my Mailgun API, so I'm connected with my creds. I know how many, like, what my limits are. Okay, it's got a tags functionality. I can create tags for my lists and attach them, so I can actually tag this. I don't know, say this is a client, and then it even like it even show me like a tag count or whatever, right? So, guys, this is awesome, right? So I just wanted to show you. It also has a history, so this actually fetches Mailgun, like open, delivered, accepted logs. Okay. Anyway, so I'm just gonna show you. So I got this email now. I want to send out. So this is the new tool that's just been created, and so I'm gonna go ahead and send it to all users. So 6,000 users. And here we go. Send, and 6,932 contacts. Okay, go. And it's doing its job. All right. Well, I guess I have to leave it here for a while until it finishes it up. Okay, but nevertheless, okay, this is working. Like, I can actually keep it running somewhere on the other screen and continue work or whatever. Right. So, guys, this Claude thing has changed the whole game. Okay, so makes coding much easier, creating apps much easier. If you have senior knowledge or middle knowledge of creating apps, this just creates a completely new ground of how to create products, what type of products have to be created, and completely changes the market, in my opinion. And what we're gonna see in the next few years is just going to be crazy. Okay, because now the way apps are going to be made, I think it's just going to be fully custom, right? So you actually go inside the app and you actually customize it to your own self. Okay, because everyone has different business processes, right? The way the market was structured, in a way, was basically everyone was trying to make an SaaS, so software as a service, that would suit every single one. And it would actually spend millions of dollars on trying and making it, super, super flexible to, to be appropriate for this person business processes and another person business processes, although they might be from completely different industries, having even little or medium or large differences. Okay, companies or like app creators were still trying to, because there's a state to where the base functionality is about the same. Okay, but the more you work on the app, the more kind of you have to get into the business logic of a particular industry or a particular even business. Okay, and it's never, ever, ever, ever possible to be 100%, satisfied. Well, I mean, it is, but it's either going to be like you're not even using 80% of what's on there, or like, or you don't have, it doesn't have something you need, or you realize there's something you need and it doesn't have, and you just live with it, etc. Okay, so what I think is going to happen now is this is going to completely change the market. Okay, so for instance, like even with this app, like I made it for myself, right? But okay, I don't mind distributing it, so I just put it out on the market and say, hey, just here you can get the source code from me, and you can do whatever you like with it with Claude, because I already put a lot of input to it, right? So that will save you some time. The price for that source code is going to be real cheap, okay? Because source code is not worth much more, right? Because now AI kind of rewrites it, like, it rewrites it easily, right? And apps, they are just losing value. So like, okay, you want to save some time, save yourself 20, 30 hours of programming with AI, with like thinking this out, thinking this through, right? Which is real fun, by the way. Save yourself 30 hours by a standard rate, instead of imagine, like, this would have taken a regular team manually to write this, well, at least 2 weeks, 3 weeks, okay, the way it's looking now. But with AI, it took me 15 hours, less than, well, it did take me a few days, because I kind of reiterated it and kind of adjusted it to my business. But again, the hours required to design and make it work were much, 10, 20 times less, okay? So basically what I'm trying to say is that's how things are going to be distributed now, I think. It's just going to be, okay, you have a business, you want an app, like, here's the source code, you want something added to it, here's your version done in, like, before lunch, okay, with every single thing that's, cool. You want a prototype, so here's how it's going to look. Do you like it? Okay, we'll stick it in. So the way the way it's working and the speed with how it's working is completely changing the market. So basically, like, like, for instance, I go ahead, okay, you want this, email marketing app, here you go. You want the source code, it's not going to be expensive, here it is. What do you want us to add to it? Okay, let's say I want a section which does this and that. How do you want it to look? And we give you like a prototype in like less than 15 minutes, okay? Because the way like Claude Design does it is just, especially if you already have it set up and it already knows the way it's what it's working with, right? And then, like, you get back to us like, okay, that's fine, and then you just get Claude to finish it up for you, and bam, it's done. Before lunch, you have a working app priced, like an enterprise app priced at a subscription, whatever, not even like a private, white label version, priced completely differently, because it just does not cost anymore. Like, the prices are now much less. Maybe they're not yet less, because half the people have not even really realized that a revolution has occurred in programming this stuff, right? And are still willing to pay, like, I don't know, well, the hourly rate does not change, right? But are still willing to pay and wait and, do work the same way, like this used to be done. But okay, it's not anymore. It's just not anymore like that. We're still in the beginning, or somewhere past the beginning, near the middle, or whatever. But obviously, this has been a revolution. Okay, so long story short, if you like my email marketing app, you can shoot me a message in the comments, and we can talk about a source code version and whatever you need to be added to it can be added before you go to lunch. Take care.